Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard feminine solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the realistic DX-360 and unperforming Evening medium wave band scan. We'll go over features of the radio, we'll do a size comparison, and we'll start cruising the evening band. So let's check it out. The DX-360 Voice of the World. This is a cool vintage classic analog receiver from the 80s. Loving it. So it's like on the left hand side, we got a carry strap, DC input of 6 volts, we got an earphone jack. On the front, we got our speaker here. Of course, Voice of the World on our dial. Bring up close here, you can see FM is 88 to 108, AM 530 to 1600. So this radio goes all the way up to 1690 during the day. I'm assuming it's going to go up to 1700, so we have an expanded band. Very nice. Then we have a log scale. We have 6 shortwave bands, as you can see how they're laid out there. And at the bottom, you'll see there's a longwave band. Sliders for tone and volume. I tend to leave my tone in the middle or towards the low side if I'm trying to get a station. 2 LEDs here. We have a low battery indicator and a tuning LED indicator. The model number. We have a selector for the shortwave bands, 6. You can see the little blue see-through there. You can see what band you're on. It's pretty visible. Right hand side of the radio, we just got the big tuning knob. Nice. Top of the radio, we got the power switch. We have the bands, FM, shortwave, AM, and longwave selectors. Here we have our FM and shortwave antenna. On the back of the radio, we have some band information. There you go, model number 20-208. Nice. There's all the frequencies. And behind this little battery door are 4 AA batteries. And then we got the vented case. There you are. Nice. Yeah, it's a cool classic. You know, don't anybody tell you analog is leaving the world. You know, there's no more new analog radios. What are we going to do? You buy a classic. I mean, geez, just go buy a classic. I love it. There's a lot of them out there. This is just one good example. CC Pocket in the house. It is 10:22 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois. So you know where I'm starting out for my band and how far I can receive. Nice, CC Pocket. I'm going to use the Skywave SSB. Here we go. As my frequency checker for tonight, if I get lost in the band, which is typical on analog scale, sometimes you do. This is fairly accurate, but you still have to double check, and it's nice to have a little digital companion just in case. Definitely when I'm doing the videos, it's nice to ID the stations on the fly. I'll be using this nice little radio. And then, of course, we have, last but not least, Iron Man. Deck of cards. He's the man with the master plan. He can do it like no one can. He loves vintage realistics from Radio Shack land that no longer exists in brick and mortar stores. Glad they're still online, but I have no idea where they're going from here. So we'll see. They could reinvent themselves or they could just be absorbed. We'll see. Okay, just me chattering. So let's go ahead, turn this on. Power switch. The bottom of the band there. I'm going to keep a Turk Advantage loop handy. Let me show you that. This is a passive loop. You use this to boost the gain. If you guys don't know what a passive loop is, it's a coil of wire that helps gather the signal and redirect it to the radio's internal antenna. Nice. All right. Let's go ahead and turn the volume up. And here, if we pick up any distant stations tonight, hoping we do. Let me adjust my camera here a little bit. Bring this up a little. There we go.
You make that move if you're Bill Belichick. If you have to go to number 4, that's not something you want to have.
Okay, I think I'm picking up CHLO 530 Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles. Yeah, they advertise 250 watts, which is pretty neat. I guess it's realistic on the low side of the band for it to carry this far. I think it's the music playing.
In college football, when trading SEC for UCF is a benefit for this man. That man joins.
So in this direction is WAUK 540 Jackson, Wisconsin. It's 70 miles away, 400 watts at night. When I turn this,
I think it's because that you haven't been speaking about absolutely everything.
okay, the music's kind of bleeding over from 530, but the people talking here, it's not sports now. It's news or I don't know what kind of talk radio this is, but this is probably CBK 540 Watrous, Saskatchewan, 1,025 miles. So you can take the passive loop and see if we can't clarify those speakers.
I can relate to it even. Well, it's a global issue. It's the biggest key to our time. So we got it on the proof. Well, it's really great talking about it. And I'm going to rant my right thing yet. You haven't even begun with that yet. You only get to rant when you do the commercial thing and you do this and you do this. Okay. Well, nice to talk to you. Yeah.
Okay, sounds like a lot of static, but it's fun to DX. It's definitely the CBK, Watrous, Saskatchewan, 1,000 miles away. Yeah, that's the farthest we're going to reach today. That's really cool. All right, let's keep going. There's a lot to explore. Okay, I think we're picking up KTRS on 550, St. Louis, Missouri. 275 miles, 5,000 watts. That might be where the music was coming from. Possibility.
All of a sudden, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen maybe bigger than ever before. But
Here's 560 WIND, Chicago, Illinois.
a very similar thing. You know, they want to end. China came in and they said, we don't want the America First policy.
Indeed, you do. In a moment, we sponsor a job on Indeed for your short-lived quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75
And, they say it's easier to make a second million. Sure, it is. But you've already done it once.
Okay, this should be either 590 or 600. Let's check. Turn on the Skywave. Tune it up. There you go. The Ramsey Show on WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. 175 miles, 5,000 watts. We'll keep the Skywave handy.
That maybe impacts this game today because...
Now, for those of you new to medium wave or the AM band, there's an internal antenna. It's a ferrite bar about this long, and it's wrapped with a coil wire to pick up longer wavelengths that the AM frequency rides on. The FM and shortwave, the frequencies are smaller, and they use the antenna on the back. Also, the internal antenna is directional. You can boost the gain of the station you're trying to listen to by turning it towards the receiving or the broadcasting station. So let's go ahead and do it. So this is an example where this will get better as I turn it.
You get out of what you do best. And I think the one thing that I really appreciate what you're doing with him now is to set him back.
This is 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's in that direction. It's 52 miles away. 10,000 watts at night, so pretty easy to pick up usually.
Get in that mindset, pitching his mindset, and being able to go out there with that mindset, and you're going to complete and execute that pitching repertoire that you have.
We can double check.
He's going to be just fine.
In honor of Wilson Contreras hitting the home run and his antics
There we
going
go.
around the bases.
Cool.
Question on the table that you can text in on the Accident Mortgage talk and text line 855-616-1620.
Okay, two stations here. Country music, CFCO 630 Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watts. And you can see it's trying to pop through. Also, there's a person talking here, and this is 630 KYFI, St. Louis, Missouri. So if I turn it towards St. Louis, we should hear them better. So it's pretty neat. So if you're DXing with your old school vintage radio, just keep turning it around. Some people have the little Lazy Susans, that works. I'd get one, but they're a little noisy for the camera, so I'll do it by hand. Not a biggie. Let's keep going. Okay, we got some Hispanic music on WMFN 640, Peatone, Illinois. Excuse me, Peatone, Illinois. 75 miles, 1,600 watts. This is WSM Nashville.
The history of country music comes to life every weeknight with Jeff Ho and WSM at night.
There you go, get station ID there with those call letters. Nice. Yeah, WSM Nashville, Tennessee on 650 is 434 miles. Let's see if this is radio selective and I can pick up 660. There it is. Barely picking it up. WFAN 660 New York, New York. 750 miles. Now you can see if the Skywave is strong. So it's kind of a weak signal. You can always bring the loop in and improve the gain. Let's see if that works. Now you can do edge on also, where you put the edge of the loop to the ferrite antenna. Let's go ahead and tune it. There you go, that helps a bit. Alright, let's keep going.
Trust.com/Cubs. $100 required to open. Member FDIC. Chicago Cubs copyrights proprietary to the Chicago Cubs. Used with permission.
How does Comcast Business compare to AT&T Business? Well, let's start with...
That sounds good. 670 the score, WFCR Chicago. Yeah, you get yourself a power supply. The polarity is reversed though, so you gotta make sure you get one that you can switch to polarity. The outside is positive, center pole is negative. You can just plug it in with a 6-volt power supply and just run it all day long. That's the way to go.
Only some devices are covered. Comcast Business also has LTE wireless backup.
And you got shortwave you can explore. Beautiful. So yeah, I mentioned the station ID before. 670 the score, WSCR Chicago, home of the Cubs. I think I did.
Hard to imagine that we're almost done with spring training. Spring ball, and it feels like we just got to spring ball. What's it like being in the middle of it? Because obviously there's still restrictions you're having to adhere to.
Yeah, I tell you, it was so refreshing.
So 690, not bad. CKGM, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles.
Kind of get back to a little bit of normal, and get with your team and kind of iron out the team.
Well, Doolittle will face a right-handed hitter. Brandon Belt's day is done, and now it'll be pinch hitter Wilmer
Cleveland game. Say that 5 times fast. WLW. Not Cleveland. Maybe it is. Cincinnati, Ohio. This is WLW. 700. 300 miles away. That's why it sounds so clear.
And Flores takes a strike at the knees from Doolittle. Okay.
Century, and we're ready to help you. Visit rosecrans.org. Life's waiting.
Lindemann Chimney Heating and Cooling represents the safety.
Okay, 720 WGN Chicago. Pretty strong station. Was trying to get 710, but I wasn't think I was going to pick that up. 720 being real strong and 700 being real strong. WGN Chicago, 720, awesome. Good station.
Posing for selfies with vaccination cards after the 7:30 a.m. news. Tomorrow morning at 5 on WGN.
Okay, we're picking up Zoomer this direction. Let's move over here.
The way you haunt my dreams.
There you go. Awesome. CFZM 740 Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Always sounds better coming out of a vintage radio, don't you think? Okay, kind of faint, but he just said WSB. It's Atlanta, Georgia on 750. This is 630 miles. Coming in rather weak. I think they got some storms down there.
Opens tomorrow, but here's the big news. It's the first restaurant in Atlanta that's protected
the state's ability to take care of its own citizens. Obviously, the Supreme Court now seems to be a lot more conservative in its approach than it was even 3 or 4 years ago. Beyond lawsuits.
760 WGR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles. Just to let you know, we're not going to get through the whole band. I'm having too much fun. But we'll speed through it pretty quick here shortly.
But I think one of the things that we see is
your home with new Window Nation.
The federal government to
okay. Station between 760 and 780. This is 770 WABC, New York, New York. 750 miles.
any lung problems or other serious illnesses, you want to get back.
We're talking design consultants to the quality products and trained installers. It's all in the details and a 97%.
780 WBBM, Chicago. They got classic radio Monday through Friday, 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Really nice.
Today, 866-90Nation or visit windownation.com.
About rioting and looting. Joe Biden was actually somewhat exceptional in this regard. Fairly early on, I think.
So this is 810. I think it's WGY, Albany, New York. This would be 740 miles. So let's tune it in to check. So with this radio, you can hit the frequency button. And you can put in the frequency you want.
He's the president of the United States. Because after all, if you blame Trump for the rioting and looting, guess who's president?
There you go. Yeah, it's a hot little receiver, that one. But it's $170. This you might be able to score for 40. So yeah. This is awesome. Old school analog.
No justification for violence. Peaceful protest, understandable. And the fact is that,
Hollywood, all of a sudden, more people and we admire them.
Or threatening Israel's guarantees that are in here treating people for any injuries that they might have received from any interactions with the
Here's WCCO 830, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles. They got some riots going on again.
Crowd as sometimes gets sporadic with people jumping into kind of a ship purportedly used as a covert Islamic Revolutionary Guard corps.
Here's 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, Ground Zero, and then coast to coast afterwards.
Israel and Iran are engaging in a tit-for-tat maritime altercation, and China is...
That series against the Giants, Rockies, and 4 runs.
Okay, ball game going on. Denver, Colorado, KOA. It's picking it up. 850. This is 890 miles. Yeah, nice. Denver, Colorado.
5-0 LA. Bauer to the plate, and a breaking ball is in for a strike. Nothing at 1.
Sounds like Denver's losing. Oops. Okay, keep tuning.
Qui était le plus largement activé par l'État amoureux était le noyau codé.
The volume might have a little scratchiness to it. I try to clean these up once in a while. You have to maintain these older radios with a little bit of deoxic. This is CJBC 860 Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
qui existe dans le cerveau ce qu'on appelle un centre de récompense.
There could be lightning too. We got some storms not nearby, but coming in.
Don't fire people. I don't know what we're headed, but my belief is obey the law. If it doesn't have teeth behind it, we want to make sure that it's enforceable. So there will be, certain penalties, and we'll be rolling those out in Mineola. Sophie Hall, WCBS News Radio, 880.
Well, a bit of a win for a construction worker who wanted his boss to pay for his pot. New Jersey Supreme Court.
So WCBS, New York, 750 miles. Nice clear station ID there with the call letters.
Doctors after suffering a herniated disc when a truck dumped cement on him.
Project Veritas or support, because you do need support from individual citizens. Where do they go?
The website is Project.
Here's WLS, Chicago, Illinois on 890. High-pitched whine coming from the camera. It seems to do with all my radios while I'm filming.
We don't get money from the federal government, and we do very good.
It's always a fun one to pick up 900 CHML, Hamilton, Ontario, 430 miles.
How helpful your piece was for him. What would have helped you in that moment?
I really think that having more clear information about...
Okay, so this is 990 CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba. This is 675 miles away.
Losing a pregnancy, but if I could have had something that said, you may experience...
Access by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you drive the all-new Nissan Rogue, you gotta ask yourself, how rogue are you gonna go? We talking...
Here's 1000 WMVP, Chicago.
Showing an Alaska Rogue, or take the long way home just because kind of rogue. Just a question.
I'm hearing music. What if it's 1010? I don't usually pick anything up on that. Yeah, I'm picking up music on 1010. Interesting. I'm gonna make a guess that it's, I want to say CFRB, Toronto, Ontario. Maybe not. Hard to say. Very cool.
That's Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
I'm Larry Richard. Join me every morning at 5 and get your day started.
See if they have the call letters here. Not sure.
On the Jim Bohannon Show tonight as we talk about a book that is, again, a great read on two levels. Just as a thriller, if you like thrillers, you'll love The Devil's Hand by Jack Carr. And
KDKA 1020 Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles. Nice.
by those who
not wait 90 days for the shot. Yeah. Well, like they don't know how long, what they call the efficacy or the effectiveness of the shot. When you get a flu shot.
Okay, so there's music and then there's people talking about the vaccines. WBZ 1030, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles are the people talking. And the music is a local station that doesn't power down enough at night. Darn it.
Be okay for the rest of the year, but I think it's going to be one of these things we're going to have to get an annual shot. It's not going to be...
Most airborne germs invade through the nose, your body's air filter. It's first
1040 WHO, Madison. WHO, 1040 Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
It's called Mavage nasal.
I was thinking WHA, that's pretty funny.
Clean your nose by flushing out pollen, mucus, bacteria.
Your hope. And whatever you were searching for at 1:15 a.m.
Nice and clear. KYW 1060, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. Yeah.
Free with DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified. KYW News Radio and all the
There we go.
audio that matters to you is now on the Odyssey app.
Download it today. Three things to know at 11:45, sponsored by Life Brand, a moving ceremony for the fallen Capitol Police officer killed.
Starting Atlantis Country, CHOK.
Okay, nice. I don't have that on my list here, CHOK. I'll put the pop-up here. I think I'd found the station before. If I didn't, I'll show a new log. I think I have, though. Cool. It's coming in pretty clear.
From luxurious staterooms to inviting public spaces, surprises around every bend, and what memories...
Tuning LEDs nice to have. WTAM 1100, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Queen Steamboat Company. Now, for more information about a river cruise vacation...
He's allowed one hit so far through 4 innings against the Rockies. Other games that are finals, you had the Tigers, Detroit beat...
KMOX 1120, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
Red Sox over the Twins by the final score of 4-2 earlier today. That was an afternoon game today.
Of their online users is something that we are focusing on right now. We are looking at our federal trade. Do you want to change? Yes, and we're reviewing. Yeah, and we're reviewing how antitrust, and there's bipartisan agreement there also. Just like with privacy, the need for...
Okay, 1130. This is Bloomberg Radio, WBBR, New York, New York, 750 miles. Got good selectivity here. Nice.
I kind of...
The NCAA, which has announced that it basically wants to kill women's sports. It is pretty incredible to me. There's so many...
WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, on 1140. This is 665 miles away from me.
Overthrow the basic premise of their own sport, which is that meritocracy ought to reign.
Should shut the borders down in a heartbeat.
Local.
These guys start their early criminal career, and it usually starts early. 12.
Here's WAM 1180, Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
The criminal justice system needs to come down on them, and I don't mean throw them in prison for 5 years.
It's because he's a black guy. A generous company.
Talking here, WPHT 1210, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. Now we're going to go up to the top of the band. If you have a lot of patience, you might be able to find some distant stations in the graveyard band, they call it. A lot of stations overlapping each other. Once in a while you get lucky, one will come through clear and one will fade out.
This is 3 of 5 from downtown. Oh, you bet. That's our man Ryan Rucco, the call in the YESS network. It's not that he scored 31 points and that the Brooklyn Nets destroyed Minnesota. We're 27-97.
Okay, this is 1530 WCKY. Yeah, this is Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Shannon Sharp, Pro Football Hall of Famer, another week, and all he does.
A little quiet towards the top of the band here. I think this is CHHA 1610, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Oh, I actually went to the top of the band. That's 1700. That music was KKLF, Richardson, Texas. That's 790 miles away. I can verify with this. Okay, 1690. Okay, this music station is WPTX, Lexington Park, Maryland, 685 miles. Yeah, so I can't get 1700, but I can get 1690. Nice. So you can expect if you buy this radio, you might be able to get the same result. Very nice. Okay, turn it off there. So yeah, there it is, the DX-360 in the evening. I remember doing a band scan like this a while ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It's nice to revisit these old classics, especially with everybody getting all excited about no more analog. What are we gonna do? You know, no more analog radios. It's all digital. You know, DSP. These aren't bad, but if you enjoy the smooth analog tuning experience, just pick up a classic. Yeah, so use the links below. Check out the DX360. See if there's any there that you might like. Maybe I'll have a generic link to realistic radios. Check that out and see if you find anything you like. I mean, anything with multi-band is going to be great, like the SW60 model with all the different bands. That's a fun radio. You can look that up. I think it's Patrolman. Thing's awesome. I have Patrolman 6, which is a really cool radio. Yeah, so check those radios out. A lot of fun. Alrighty. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a big like if you guys did. You guys are the best. My viewers who watch these medium wave band scans. I do a lot right now. I would do more shortwave. I do enjoy shortwave listening and checking out stuff. But right now, my wife's at home doing home business because she can't go to work because of the world situation, as we know. So I don't have that area where I usually set up for shortwave because it's upstairs in a special area where I have my antennas. So yeah, so she has that spot for a while, and then when that frees up, I will come back and start doing shortwave scans. So if you're wondering what's going on with shortwave, it will happen, just might be a few more months. So there it is. If you enjoy the brand, hit subscribe with the bell icon, get notified of future videos and deals. I always post radio deals, like if I find a radio for $6 that rocks the house, and you don't have that subscribe and bell click there, you're going to miss out. There's some good deals to be had. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the DX360. Would you buy a classic vintage radio like this and tune away, or are you stuck? Do you like the digital stuff like this? I mean, this is fun, but this just has that, I don't know, that cool analog feel. I like it. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.